The digestive process. Digestion is the breakdown of large insoluble food molecules into small water-soluble food molecules so that they can be absorbed into the watery blood plasma. In certain organisms, these smaller substances are absorbed through the small intestine into the bloodstream. Digestion is a form of catabolism that is often divided into two processes based on how food is broken down: mechanical and chemical digestion. Mechanical digestion involves physically breaking the food into smaller pieces. Mechanical digestion begins in the mouth as the food is chewed. Chemical digestion involves breaking down the food into simpler nutrients that can be used by the cells. Chemical digestion begins in the mouth when food mixes with saliva. Saliva contains an enzyme, amylase, that begins the breakdown of carbohydrates. An enzyme is a protein that can catalyze certain biochemical reactions. The digestive process. Mouth. Food is chewed into smaller pieces. Adults have 32 specialized teeth that can grind, chew, and tear different kinds of food. The tongue is an organ consisting of skeletal muscles, voluntary muscles, that move the food around the mouth to allow for efficient mechanical digestion. Salivary glands beneath and in back of the tongue secrete the saliva that allows for easier swallowing of food in the beginning of chemical digestion. Pharynx. Swallowing forces the chewed food through a tubular entrance, pharynx, to the esophagus, food tube. As food is swallowed, a flap-like valve, the epiglottis, closes over the trachea, windpipe, to prevent food entering the windpipe and causing choking. Esophagus. The esophagus connects the pharynx with the stomach. Contractions of the esophagus push the food through a sphincter, a ring of smooth muscle that closes off an opening in the body and into the stomach. Stomach. The stomach is a muscular and stretchable sac with three important functions. It mixes and stores food until it can be further digested. It secretes chemicals that help break the food into more digestible forms. It controls the passage of food into the small intestine. The stomach starts chemical digestion of protein secretions from the stomach lining consist of about 2 liters of hydrochloric acid, HCl, pepsin, and other fluids that make up gastric fluids each day. The fluid is extremely acidic and it helps kill bacteria and other pathogens that may have been ingested. The thick mucus also produced by the stomach lining usually keeps the acids from damaging the lining. If not enough mucus is produced or if too much acid is produced, peptic ulcers form. Heredity, stress, smoking, and excessive alcohol intake can make the ulcers worse. The condition can worsen and bleeding ulcers can result. Food stays in the stomach for approximately 3 to 4 hours and moves through another sphincter muscle to pass into the small intestine. Small intestine. Nearly 7 meters in length, the small intestine is folded and curled around a small area in the abdominal cavity. The inside surfaces of the intestine are covered with projections called villi. These finger-like structures are covered in smaller projections called microvilli and work to absorb food molecules that have been broken down by the processes of chemical digestion. The small intestine has 3 distinct parts: the duodenum, the jejunum, and the ileum. Each day, about 9 liters of fluid enters the duodenum. Most chemical digestion takes place in the duodenum by chemicals secreted by the liver, pancreas, and small intestine. The other 2 sections of the small intestine, the jejunum and the ileum, absorb food molecules by way of the villi directly into the blood stream. Large intestine. The large intestine receives the material left over from chemical digestion that is basically nutrient-free. Only water, cellulose, and undigestible materials are left. The main job of the large intestine is to remove water from the undigested material. Water is quickly removed from the material through villi and returns to the bloodstream. Rectum. The last part of the digestive tract is the rectum, a holding area for the undigested material. Waste leaves the body from this area. By the way, check out science.com's official Facebook page. Link is in the description. This is all for today's video. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video.